Okay, we are recording. Mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2. Oh, there's a lot of echo. Oh, background light. Neat. Looks good, right? Welcome back to the channel, everyone. My name is Dickenns and I'm a doctor and a tech enthusiast. Today we're going to talk about how I watch my TV without paying. Okay, without paying that much. Let's get started. So today we're going to talk about this tiny box over here. This is an Android TV box and this is what I primarily use to watch TV. From the year 2015, the Kenyan government decided to move away from analog broadcasting to digital broadcasting, and that meant that a lot of people who used to watch analog TV, mostly free-to-air TV, had to find some way to watch digital television. And nearly everyone didn't have a digital TV, and so there was either number one, set-top boxes that companies came up with and people decided to buy them to enable them watch TV. Secondly, those who had money decided to move over and buy smart TVs and start watching digital TV. So there came around so many TV companies offering international, local, sports, and all these other kind of TV stations. Initially, we had just a few choices, but in about a year or so, the choices were nainzi hapa juu. So initially there were just a few choices on the market, but over time the number of TV stations around have skyrocketed. The number of companies offering some sort of pay-per-view TV has become so high that I've just read in the Business Daily that there are people who subscribe to over 6 different packages. So it's not uncommon to have one individual subscribe to DSTV for sports, Showmax, Netflix for movies, Zuku for local TV, Safaricom Home Fiber for internet, and so on. There are guys who have up to 6-7 subscriptions, and that's a lot. So as I've already mentioned, all the TV watching in this house, I and my wife do watch using this Android TV box. It's a bit of an older box. I bought sometime in, when was that? Let me check.
A few moments later.
Somewhere around 2018, 2019. I think 2018. And it's from a company called Vontar. It's the Z8 Arc. I'd not recommend that you buy this right now, but it's what I've been using. I'll leave some links below to some more recent Android TV boxes, so be sure to check the description box down below. But this has 2 GBs of RAM and 16 GBs of internal storage, and the processor is a bit dated from sometime in 2017. But among other features, it has 2 USB ports over here, a card reader slot over here, all of which I rarely use apart from the USB ports, which occasionally I might connect something to, like the dongle for my wireless mouse. On this other side, there's literally nothing. But over here in the back, you'll find an RJ45 port for wired internet connection and a HDMI port, which I use to actually connect to the TV. This over here is where your power goes, and over here, you have the port for audio if you'd like to connect some headphones or such other devices. And that's basically it for the TV box. So what exactly is this TV box? As it were, it's actually just an Android phone, only that it doesn't have a screen. The screen is actually your TV. Now this box runs Android TV, and Android TV is basically the TV version of Android. The same Android on your mobile phone, but now on TV. This specific one came with Android TV version 7, and I upgraded it to version 10 by some methods, which I'm not going to cover in this video. So what you do is simply connect this box to your TV using a HDMI cable, for example, and plug in some internet or connect to some Wi-Fi, and you're good to go. There are apps that come preloaded in the box, or you can head over to the Play Store and download some more apps in the internet, which you can download and load on the box and use them to watch your TV. And that's what I do. Now, why did I decide to go with this Android TV box rather than Zuku or all these other set-top boxes out there? There are actually some benefits to an Android TV box. Number one is if you do not have a smart TV or a newer TV at that, This will be of benefit because you get all the smart features that come with a smart TV without having to spend all that much to buy a shiny new smart TV. And even more is that if you buy such a box from a reputable company, you actually get updates that many smart TVs actually do not give you. Most times in about 3, 4, 5 years, smart TVs, even the shiniest OLED, QLED, Samsung, LG TVs become obsolete because, those companies want you to buy the latest and the greatest. They do not go around updating those TVs for 5 years and so on. So really, instead of going out and paying $500, $1,000, $2,000 to buy a latest generation TV, you could really just get this kind of thing for about $50 to $100, at most $200. And you'll be good to go with the latest version of Android TV you can get on your TV. With this also, apart from watching TV, there are other tasks that you can actually perform on your TV. If you're into like web browsing, you can actually install a browser on the Android TV box. If you have children, for example, who want to play some games once in a while, you can download, install, and play games. And these Android boxes actually have provisions to connect external keyboards and mice, like the i8 keyboard that we use over here. You could even connect a game console if you want. So all those games that are available for Android on the phone, if you'd want to play them on your TV, you can do that using these boxes. It's quite simple. The other issue is cost. Is there any advantage in using such a box compared to set-top boxes from companies like StarTimes and the rest? Yeah, sure, I believe so. While these boxes don't actually mean that you might never have to pay for anything, the truth is, if you are adventurous, if you are, outgoing enough and you have an internet connection, you probably don't need to pay for a lot of these other things. If you have an internet connection, be it Safaricom Home Fiber, or whichever other internet connection, the first thing I think you actually can and should do is to stop paying for TV. For these reasons: one, most of your local TV channels, the likes of Citizen, KTN if you're in Kenya, or whichever place you are, will probably be on YouTube. And so for sure, there's no reason to pay a parallel free-to-air or cable TV subscription. Really, at this point, most TV stations are on YouTube. They'll either be even broadcasting live on YouTube, and even international stations either will be posting clips every 5 minutes, or some of them will even be broadcasting live on YouTube. So at least in our setting, if you actually have an internet subscription, you probably don't need to also pay for TV. I was looking at the premium subscription for Zuku, for example, and among the things they advertise are 97 TV channels, and they also talk about several radio channels. And for radio, as at now, nearly all radio stations actually stream somewhere live. And there's many radio apps like Tuning Radio and so on, which you can download and listen to radio through them if you're into listening to radio. So radio is not an issue. Local TV is not an issue. If you're into movies and sports, that's also another area in which these Android TV boxes can come in handy. In our case, we actually don't watch that much in terms of movies. I personally don't watch any football at all, so it's not an issue for me. But if you are into football, the English Premier League, Arsenal, and Manchester United, name them, there's actually apps that you can install in here, and you guys can comment down below if you'd want me to go over all the apps that I use in my Android TV box. So if you think this is the kind of stuff you need, how do you choose which Android TV box to buy? There are features to consider, but so far if you think this video is of benefit, why don't you just, tap like below. And also, if you're not subscribed, feel very welcome to subscribe to the channel. It's free, and that way you won't miss any of the weekly productivity and digital life videos I make, just like this one. Now, to get an Android TV box, two things that are important to consider are software and the hardware. In 2021, the latest Android TV operating system is actually Android 10. And so if you're going to buy a box right now, just make sure it's at least Android 9 or 10. Just because some of those companies selling these boxes are not that good at actually keeping their promise in terms of updating these boxes. Not unless you actually buy from a major company like, Xiaomi, Nvidia, and so on. Those big brands which, have the muscle to keep their boxes updated. But if you're going to buy small, cheap boxes, just go for Android 10. The next thing to consider is the hardware. If you're going to do more than just watch TV, say play games and so on, at least get a box with 3 GB or more of RAM, maybe 4 GB. That would be nice. And for me, I don't download a lot of stuff, but if you know you're going to download a lot of stuff on your box, also consider the amount of storage it comes with. Most boxes will come with 8, 16 or 32 GBs of internal storage. I think 16 GB is good enough for most people, but some people might want to get a 32 GB box. But in my case, 16 GB is good enough. Also consider the processor that the box comes with. At this point in time, if you're going for the cheaper boxes, and by cheaper I mean any box that costs say less than $20,000, $200, most of these boxes will have a processor from a company called Logic. Make sure the processor is at least a 905, X2, X3, X4, or 921, 922. Those are a bit more recent, faster, well-performing processors. But really the easiest way I'd advise to select a box from the ocean of Android TV boxes out there is just go for something that was produced in 2020 or 2021. Chances are it will have the latest software and the latest hardware. And where do you buy these things? I think the best option is actually getting them online, either from AliExpress or Amazon. I'll leave some links from Amazon below. And if you don't know how to buy from Amazon and you're from Kenya, there's also a link to a video that I made about the best way to get stuff from Amazon. So check that out too. There are also some guys who sell these boxes locally, but sometimes I think for the sake of variety, for the sake of getting the latest stuff, and actually sometimes to save some money, it's always nice to check online, say on Amazon, and see what you can get over there. But at the end of the day, I think when it comes to paying for TV or actually watching TV, you need to, number one, choose. Even with these Android TV boxes, you won't get to watch everything for free. You'll need to pay for some services. In my case, for example, I don't need to pay for, local TV, international TV, music, radio, and all these other services. You just need to choose what you think you will watch, because most times you might pay for a service that, promises 1,000 channels. So when will you watch 1,000 channels? You probably just watch 1 or 2, which maybe you might be able to watch online somehow. And even movies, if you are into that, there's actually free movies, documentaries out there if you know how to get them. And I think what you need to do is just find ways of maximizing your internet connection. I'm even looking forward to the time when calling over internet will be widespread, such that you just need to pay for an internet connection, not also a phone plan. So all these things are possible, yeah? And the latest and the greatest technologies have been fitted into such boxes, Wi-Fi 6, HDR, gigabit Ethernet, and so on. So for about maybe $50 to $100, you can enjoy all the latest technologies that are coming out in such a small package. And that is how I watch my TV. That's it for this video. Thanks guys for watching. See you in the next one. And as always, no pressure.